If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, check the referral link in the description down below. It'll take you to G2A and you can use the code CHES at checkout for an extra discount. Don't forget to download the Gamer Saloon app from your Android or Apple store. Go and win yourself some money playing your favourite games. Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again and welcome to episode number 33 of the Wolfsburg Career Mode series here on FIFA 16. We start with a game at home against Hannover 96. In the past couple of episodes, we've been building up ahead of steam and hopefully we'll be able to continue and carry through that momentum into today's episode as well. We haven't necessarily completely thrashed an opponent so far this season, but our performances have definitely been slowly improving from start to this point, and we have been creating plenty of chances. We just haven't yet necessarily had that little bit of luck in front of goal. We've had plenty of block shots, plenty of stunning saves from goalkeepers, plenty of woodwork being hit, but so far no, say, 3 or 4 goal haul. So that's the plan for today at least, was to try and get a 3 or 4 goal haul against someone, if not just to maintain our winning theme of the past couple of episodes. It's actually Hanover that have the first chance of this game though. He has a shot from about 30 yards there, tried to whip it in the far corner. It was a decent effort, but Diego Benaglio had his angles all covered and was confident that that was going to fly past the post, didn't even bother trying to get on the end of it. Good feet from Julian Draxler here into Morata, helps it back to him, lovely move, but a brilliant save from the goalkeeper, and then somehow the defender is able to get back there to clear it off the line. So we still stay at 0-0 despite being 2 inches away from a 1-0 lead. Luis Gustavo picks the ball up here on the edge of the box, plays it into Sofian Feghouli. Scored a good effort in a couple of episodes previous to fly that ball into the far top corner. Tried to replicate that there, but it didn't quite work. Went for the near post shot instead, Sofian Feghouli. And how is that not a penalty? That's one of the strongest challenges we've seen in the box so far this season. Numerous times in FIFA 16 as a whole, I've had challenges like that go against me when I've been the defender, shoulder barge someone like that and had a penalty given against me. Worked the ball about brilliantly again, and Julian Draxler this time hits the woodwork with a chance in the 56th minute. That was his last effort onto the overall scheme of things, and Nabil Fekir came on for him in that cam role. As you can see, Sofian Feghouli playing it into Maximilian Arnold now, who's also come on in that holding role towards Javier Pastore, out to Nabil Fekir, who we just brought on as we mentioned. And we're playing some good football, we just haven't had the luck as we saw. But Maximilian Arnold gets the turn in here on his left foot. Really, really pleased with that finish. A really powerful effort, a cross goal into the bottom corner. Finally, we have ourselves a 1-0 lead after being 2 inches away from the goal where the ball was cleared off the line, hitting the woodwork once, keeper making a couple of fantastic saves. Fekir plays this through to Alvaro Morata. Surely it's going to be 2. Another wonder save from the goalkeeper. It's not 2, but we stay at 1-0, and that could have been 3 or 4-0, as has been the case with a handful of games so far this season, but at least we got all 3 points. That's the most important thing. Things were quite foggy though when we travelled to Hoffenheim for the second game of the episode. As you can see, it's really quite thick actually, and when we get into the game, it's actually quite difficult to try and spot my players on the pitch because obviously we're wearing white in a heavily fogged pitch. So obviously Hoffenheim aren't the strongest of sides, but they do have experience with Kevin Karani up top. Mark Uth scored a very good goal against us last season. They're playing an odd formation though. It looks like a 4-2-2, but judging by the layout of the graphics there, the central midfielders, as in the holding midfielders, one looks like he's at left centre mid, another at central centre mid, and there's nobody at right centre mid. So it looked as if it was like a holding midfield 3 without a right central midfielder. It's very strange, but they're going to start off with the first effort of the game, as did Hanover in the previous game. Schwegler here, shot from outside the box zone, again comfortably dealt with by the goalkeeper. This time though he had to make the save rather than just watching it go around the post, but did very well there, the Swiss, to get up to it and push it over the top of the bar. Nothing came from that corner. Nabil Fekir gets the start in this game and is going to turn inside really nicely on his right foot, then get it back onto his left, which is obviously his stronger foot, and then there goes the continued block shot bad luck run of things. Deflection off the defender as the ball was headed towards the back of the net, deflects it straight into the keeper, who slipped over and lying on the floor. We steal it off them here though, and Bolo is going to return the ball to Chananolu. This time the ball goes into the back of the net. Brilliant ball over the top by Brill Donald, and he gets himself an assist, and we have ourselves again a 1-0 lead. Trying to hold on to that in the second half, as you can see, Kevin Karani, we mentioned him earlier on, into Jalai, who was new onto the pitch for the second half. That was a really nice move actually. They were unlucky not to get that one at least on target. Kevin Karani a little bit wasteful with the chance in the end, but Manolo Gabbiadini steals it off them there. Brill Donald and Bolo's play through. He's going to turn inside, and eventually his shot goes wide of the post. I was really disappointed there. Good run, but unfortunately not the finish on the end of the run. I do need to try and train up Mbolo's finishing in the training modules that we get, obviously, away from in-game. But I'm going to have to concentrate on that. And also, Manolo Gabbiadini, lovely turn inside here. Surely he's just going to put this one into the back of the net. Another fantastic save from a keeper, bounces off the post and then flies straight back to the goalkeeper. The luck is not with us. We again could have a 3 or 4-0 lead by this point in the game. Manolo Gabbiadini through again, obviously going to turn on inside onto his left, goes to finesse it into the bottom corner and can't find the back of the net either. Finishing has just not been on point for us this season, but again, another 1-0 victory from a game that could quite possibly have been 3 or 4-0 in our favour. So we head into definitely the most difficult game of the episode, potentially the most difficult game of the season so far, away from home at Stamford Bridge in the Champions League. We're both sat top of the table on 6 points after victories each against Panathinaikos and Saint Etienne. As you can see, no new signings in Chelsea's starting 11. Diego Costa, Pedro Oscar Willian, Matic Ramirez, Cesar Azpilicueta, Gary Cahill, Kazuma, Branislav Ivanovic and Thibaut Courtois. Similar-ish sort of side that we're playing in the Chelsea series ourselves, although obviously we've moved on Branislav Ivanovic and Ramirez. Not necessarily always in my starting lineup for Cesc Fabregas, but obviously actually I'm not sure whether it's this series. I think it may actually be the My Player series where Cesc has been sold to Valencia, so I'm not too sure where Cesc is here, but we're obviously starting our strongest possible side. Andre Schürrle played through here up against Gary Cahill. He's actually going to get the ball back to Julian Draxler. A bit of space to try and finesse it in the bottom corner. Courtois makes the save and is able to actually rebound or pounce on the rebound as he palmed it not too far away from him. Actually got caught up in the rain there. Raining very, very heavily in southwest London here, as you can see, and the ball is just being held up somewhat chronic in the water. Had it not been raining so hard, that ball may have travelled into the back of the net and not bounced so soggily as it was on its way towards the back of the net. And the first chance where Courtois palmed it out may have actually found its way to a fellow teammate of my own, rather than him being able to, just pounce on the rebound as it kind of bounced in a puddle and didn't go anywhere right next to him. But we were so dominant in these opening stages. We've had so many chances already, 3 or 4, as Oscar plays the ball through to Diego Costa here. Chelsea had the chance to catch us on the counter and really put their stamp on things and move forward with a 1-0 lead, but Diego Costa missed the opportunity. Then Kazuma makes a mistake, kicks it straight against Alvaro Morata, across to Luis Gustavo, Sofiane Feghouli around the outside. It's still got a decent shape here to Chelsea with a back 4, but lays it back to Morata, and there is another post hit in this episode, or in the previous couple of episodes, where we haven't yet been able to score a goal. We've got a free kick on the edge of the box here. Thought about trying to whip it into the back of the net with Schürrle, but he only has 70 free kick accuracy. We don't actually have a specialist on the pitch right now, with Ricardo Rodriguez injured and obviously Hakan Çalhanoğlu not being involved so far in this game. But the free kick was played short and it still didn't work. Gary Cahill gets another block in. So we'll try the corner technique, shall we? Pull it back to Andre Schürrle here. He's scored a couple like this so far this year, and unfortunately that one bent away. But you'll notice from the replay, Morata is going to duck out of the way of it. If he just angles his body and heads that into the back of the net, that's a perfect goal. But he moves out of the way of the ball. All you've got to do, where's the striker's instinct to just get a touch on it and pop it into the back of the net? I was pretty frustrated at that. But Feghouli through to Luis Gustavo here gets completely smashed from behind by Nemanja Matic. I was surprised perhaps to see the straight red, to be completely honest, because after seeing the replay, he does get something on the ball, Matic. In fact, he gets all of the ball. You see him go through and that right foot just connects with the ball there. But he takes both feet out from under Luis Gustavo. Chelsea down to 10 men with half an hour still to play. And as you can see, just 10 minutes of that half hour left on the clock when Pastore brings that down. Plays it through to Gabbiadini, who sends through Alvaro Morata. A little bit wide with the ball through, but he turns inside Alvaro with his brilliant dribbling and then finesses it very, very nicely into the back of the net. We could have had 3-4-0 victories in today's episode, but in actual fact it was 3-1-0 victories. 3 points to 3 points at the end of the day, and hopefully it's not going to be long before we are scoring 3 or 4 goals in a game, because you can tell from all of the highlights in today's episode we dominated every single game. We could have scored 4 or 5 in every single game if it weren't for incredible saves or woodwork or balls being cleared off the line or saved off the line. It was ridiculous really, but we do get maximum points from today's 3 games, which is very, very good. And we are now very close to the Champions League spots, and obviously the hunt to try and catch Bayern will continue. But that's all for today's episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, of course. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check the channel plays for anything you may have missed over the past few days. There won't be a stream tonight, as again, I'll be watching the Formula 1 as it's another late Grand Prix, considering the time difference when it's over in Mexico City. But for now, that's going to be it for Wolfsburg. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.